It is a true miracle. Amen.
Amen. Yes, Lord.
My testimony is very, very long. Maybe you can take like the whole day. But then I will try as much as possible to say the little that I can say. The first thing I will say is that all the 1 year that I was away, none of my kids, not even Alicia, was sick.
Amen. Amen.
Not even malaria, not even anything. It is a miracle.
Amen.
Because I was there with a lot of people. And today, even there were some people who lost their children back home.
Yes.
Yes. And so I do not take it lightly. It is a big miracle. I thank the Lord. I also want to mention the names of some people who really were there for me through my stay in Saudi Arabia. I'd love to thank him. Pastor Chris,
Amen.
who is my brother.
Yes, Lord.
He was so helpful. Brother Iman, and also Brother Dennis is not here. But they were super supportive of me. I can confidently say that if it was not because of especially my brother Chris and my husband, after 3 months I wanted to come back.
Yes, Lord.
Yes. So I called him and said, no, you have gone there already. Try, you can do it. I said, no, I'll come back. He said, try, you can do it. And then by the grace of God, I was able to go through the 1 year and then come back. And I'm very grateful to God. I'm grateful to them. I'm grateful to my husband.
Yes, Lord.
And they have shown that they are men. Though they were not, they were with me.
Yes, Lord.
I also want to thank them. Yeah, so whilst the message of the car, it is when I am somebody who has been brought up like you are from, you stay with your mother, it is different from somebody who has stayed with somebody and so knows life and knows what happiness is. Okay, for me it was my first time where I was displaced. And let me say it was not easy for me. Okay, so I had to really, really depend on God for many things. And one of the things that helped me was the message of the hour.
Amen.
I was listening to the text. And it was really helping me. Any struggle that I will go through that I will think is too much, I'll go to the text. And then I will listen to the message of the prophet and you tell us that there is nothing that God cannot take you out.
Yes, Lord.
And once I believe it worked.
Amen.
Yes. And then I also want to mention the name of these pastors, though they are not here, they are not in the message. When I went, I used to listen to their message, and I believe that they said, give honor to whom honor is due.
Yes.
And so I was listening to Pastor Salman, the Nigerian pastor. I was listening to Edwin Anaba, and I was listening to a few other people who were their messages were very encouraging. And I believe all of them helped me. And all the message churches online, I used to listen to them, and it was really, really helpful.
Amen.
Yes. So for me too, I would just say one incident that happened and how God was good. I would say that there's nothing that I wanted in Saudi Arabia that I did not get. The 1 year,
Yes, sir.
I believe the Lord blessed it. It was like somebody who has traveled for 10 years and has come back because it was full of blessings.
Amen.
Yes, but I would like to say one testimony and one thing that the Lord delivered me from and give honor to Him.
Amen.
Yeah, so one day, please I can go.
Go ahead.
Okay. So one day I went to work. It was a night shift. So they gave me a patient. Okay, so let me be free. I'm in my country. They gave me when we go to work as nurses, the Saudi nurses, they would make sure that the easy cases will come to them. And so we, those who are foreigners, the cases that they know that you struggle with or the worst cases, is what they will give to you. And so I was given the worst, but I did not know. They gave me a woman who had a pregnant twin gestation. They didn't tell me that she had twin gestation. because I was a bit smart, I took her folder and I read everything. So in the folder, I knew that she came with 2 babies. So when I went to check to see if I'll find the 2 babies. I checked for more than 1 hour. I only found 1 baby. And so I prompted my head nurse. My head nurse said, okay, let the Nigerian also, due to it another Nigerian. So the Nigerian should also check. The Nigerian also came to check. And then they realized that it was 1. She said a Saudi nurse should check. The Saudi nurse checked, it was 1. And they were saying that, maybe I'm exaggerating because once I've had 1, the 2 of them are there. I said no, they should continue, they should check. So the doctor came, they called the doctor alright, but the doctor didn't want to check. He was trying to brush the case off. But sometimes when I'm working, I always want to be at a place where I can defend myself. So I kept insisting, I was standing by the doctor that he should check, So when he realized that I was worrying him too much, he said, let us send the lady to the scan room. When he went to the scan room, he checked and it was only 1 baby. They have twins, but there was only 1 baby with heartbeat. So that he called 2 other doctors to confirm. And then when they came, it was only 1 baby. Immediately they said we should prepare to theater. By that time, it was early morning when we had to push her to theater because we were all checked. I was even forcing them to check was a struggle. But finally they realized that what I was saying was true. So in the early morning when the head nurses like the matron, what we say in Ghana, they all came. And sometimes these people they're always finding trouble. They're always looking for trouble, like that kind of thing. And so when they came, instead of being patient and knowing that at least I was able to identify the problem, they were like, what happened? What time did the patient come? And did you check it immediately? How many minutes did the person come before you check it? So it was like immediately they made it like I have caused a problem. And they were, in fact, by the time I realized they have called nurses from other places to come. And I was for night duty and it was morning. So when I was going home, I just said a prayer. I said, God, as I'm going home, by the time they will send this woman to theater, let the baby inside the woman's womb be rotten. Because if it is not rotten, I'm in big trouble. And so I went to the ward. I went to the hospital. I went to my hostel. I was waiting to be called because when things like this come, it's like a big issue. It's like you killed a human being. I was waiting to be called. Nobody called me. They rather called me to give me an extra duty. I said, what is happening? So when I went to duty, I went to my head nurse, and I said, head nurse, the case we handled yesterday, what has happened? He said, actually leave them. When they went, the baby is rotten dead 3 days or 4 days ago. And I was like, whoop. But the other child was alive, everything was fine, there was nothing wrong. And for me, it was an answered prayer, it was God's deliverance. Because if that baby was fresh, then they would start saying that, oh, you are the one who did not attend to the patient quickly. That is why the baby, that is happening. But immediately they opened the child's room, the one that was dead was rotten days ago. And so I just want to tell, and then that is how the case just died. Nobody was able to ask me any question. They were not even able to come and say, oh, Sally, you did well by identifying it. Because that is not what they were looking for. They were looking for trouble. But our God is greater than them.
Amen.
Yes, and so I just want to encourage everybody that I can't say everything, but no matter what, wherever challenge you find yourself, no matter who you meet, and the person will tell you Jesus is not real, it is the biggest lie.
That's right.
He is real.
Amen.
I saw so many visions, so many, when I was in Saudi Arabia, even more than I was in Ghana. Maybe because that time I was alone, so it was me and God. I think the biggest one I saw was the day that I think there was an issue too, and I was scared, so I was praying, and then I slept off. There was a And one